Welcome to the Information Man Show.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Love me in spite of my trauma.
Tell the truth.
Give me what I need instead of the drama. Cause when it pop off, it's like, oh my. All good all day, but the night we be going so hard on the flip side. So tell me what we on a day, babe. I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too. But you'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, baby? I'd rather be on that way, trying to control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we can share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead, but we could go all night. Now all of my calls go to voicemail. I block you so I don't raise hell. Should've talked through it in detail. Our separate ways ain't gon' end well, no. But when we get back, it's like, oh my. All bad all day, but the night I get that good, good till we act right. So tell me what we on the day, babe. I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too. But you'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that wave, tryna control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we can share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night.
You are listening to Information.
We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I'm knowing your intention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone, in the presence I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress it, gone flex it, hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage.
Tell
you
the
got
truth.
the handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weathered. We fight retreating this, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle, you a treasure. Feel like you setting fire to my desire for the pleasure. You a gem, got me blim, let's make amends. Know you can, I'm out here
tryna control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we can share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could go all night. We could go all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
What's up, everybody? Peace. What's up? Peace, everybody. Welcome to the program today. We're going to get into a variety of different issues. Of course, Ahmaud Arbery is the key issue that we'll talk about today. I have a great guest coming on board with me. This brother is dynamic. He's very interesting. He has a channel himself. This is a brother that likes to get into powerful conversations, a brother who's not here for the bull crap, that is here to actually make a difference, to wake up minds, and to inspire, and to work with people who want to do the work, all right, who are on a road of trying to see how we can help one another, inspire one another, and deal with some of the social issues that we as a people face. And that's one man. And I got to say, one man band TV. You heard him maybe a week or so ago when he came up on the panel, spoke a few words, and we said that we would be going live this Sunday. And here it is Sunday, and we're going to talk about the Ahmaud Arbery. He's been covering this case very professionally, very deeply, very detailed on his channel. Hopefully all of us are somewhat familiar with what happened to this young man in Georgia. The bullshit, the muckery of what has gone down. The men that are on trial for his murder. Remember, after they murdered him, they were free for months before they were later on arrested and brought into custody. And then I believe Jackie, and I'm going to go to One Man Band so he can go into more details about this, who was the district attorney, found out that she had some special relationship, I believe, with Gregory McMichael, because he was a former police officer himself within this county, and that there was some BS that was going on. Later, they indicted her. She got in trouble because she mishandled and misproperly handled the case and showed favoritism towards this man and his son, Travis McMichael, who shot the fatal shots, those 3 fatal shots that ultimately killed Ahmaud Arbery. So we're going to talk about this. I want participation from those in the chat room to give your opinions. If you've been following this case, if there's anything you remember from how this whole thing went down, anything you want to interject. And at some point in time, I want to bring people upstairs on the panel so that we can have further discussion, not only about this issue, but issues in general within the black community, the role that black men need to play, the role that black women need to play within the community, the role of our children, right? The issue of how black people, black men and women in particular, are going missing. Nobody gives a damn. I did a full video about that. So we're going to touch on those issues. What is our responsibility? It isn't about pointing a finger at any one person, but it's about being accountable to what your responsibility as a man, as a woman, when it comes to building a community. And then another question is, can the community be saved? Okay. Can it be saved? There's some that believe you need to just leave it alone, move forward, rebuild. Does it have to be rebuilt? Can you rebuild with people who keep their heads in the past and don't want to move forward? Although you have to understand your past to know where you're going in your future. So we're going to touch on all those different issues. I'm going to pick the brother's brain about his thoughts on a variety of issues that he talks about on his show, and then eventually bring people upstairs. And I thank you all for being here. Let me give everybody a clap for being here today. And I appreciate that a lot. This is the culprits that were involved in this. Just to give you a heads up, these are the culprits right here. You've got Travis McMichael, who is the son. Let me take that off of there real quick. Who is the son of Greg McMichael. In the middle is the senior, is the father. And both of them, as you know, had this notion that Ahmaud Arbery was some type of criminal, that he was robbing the house. How could you be robbing a house when you're jogging down the street in an area that you were jogging? He was an athlete, a football player. What the hell were you going to hide? You going to hide was he going to hide a refrigerator in his pants or bathroom appliances in his pants? What was he going to do? What did he have to hide anything? So they took it upon themselves to track the brother down and hunt him down like he was an animal. And then the guy to the far right is Bryant. Now he's trying to act like all he was innocent in the situation. He took the pictures of the video. He's in this case. He's got some price to pay in this whole thing. And then come to find out in this trial so far, the guy who owns the house in question that they were accusing Ahmaud Arbery of robbing, he never hired any one of these jokers to protect his property. Ain't that something? And on top of that, and we're going to get into it, there were many people going in and out of that house looking at the construction of it. The owner of the house even admitted that himself, and he said that there was nothing that was missing to his knowledge. That's what he said in court, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, I'm going to bring on the brother, bring him on in here, We're going to get at this right now. And I appreciate everybody that's in the chat room. I'm going to call everybody out that's here, that's with us today. Let's see. We've got my man Yusef in the house, the Ratchet today. Peace to you, brother, for being here. RY, Gloria Murray. We got Raw B Privilege. Thank you for being here. We got brother. Oh, now I get the chance. Now I see you, brother. Now I can call out your name. We got CCN TV in the house. And he says, no evidence. That's right. We got the beautiful Bernice in the house. Brother Keith has just given me $100 super chat. Oh, my God.
Thank you for the
Oh, my
super
God,
chat.
brother. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. He says, happy belated birthday, big brother. Yeah, my birthday was yesterday. I just turned 52 years old. I really tend to not make a big deal out of my birthday. I'm very incognito about it. Didn't go live to tell you all about it. But thank you, brother, for the birthday super chat and you coming over. I really appreciate that. Yeah, 52 years old. We got Wellness with the Fugal Mama in the house, and I appreciate her coming over. Appreciate you. We got Natural in the house. Thank you for coming over and joining us. Oh, and I think Sister Murray gave me a super chat for my birthday. She said, happy belated birthday. Thank you, sister. Thank you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
I really appreciate that. And then we got RY in the house. And I think people will come in little by little. We got Peggy Roster in the house saying happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you for that. We got Uniquely in the house. Thank you, my sister, coming over. A lot of folks that are definitely rocking with me. And then, we got this lovely sister here, which is Courtney, the SLP. She says, happy belated birthday. Thank you, sister. Thank you. And Brother Keith, I appreciate the $100 super chat, man. Man, this brother's been supporting me heavy like all of you out there, and I appreciate that. So let me go to Pretora Afro is in the house. Thank you. And then Tiffany Jackson's in the house saying hello, family, in the chat. Thank you, Tiffany. You're the best. And then Wellness with Fugo Mama gave me a $5.30 super chat, which I appreciate that. Thank you. And check out her channel. Give her support. We got great content creators in that chat room right now. Talk to each other, folks. So give each other support. Now I got to go over to Catherine with Friends. Sister's very supportive of me. Speaks of me very highly on her program. Check her out. Subscribe to her too. Thank you. And this brother right here, Yusef from Ratchet Today. Check this brother out. He's highly intelligent. He's going to make you think. He going to tell it like it is. If you don't have a strong mind and heart to be able to handle the fact that he's going to tell you like it is, then I don't know what to say. But if you can handle that truth, you know what I'm saying?
Tell the truth.
Then check out his channel too. All right. I'm going to bring you in just a moment, brother. Then we got my man, Little Rock, 2517, $4.99 super chat. Thank you for coming on over. Appreciate that, brother. Again, just want to give everybody respect here because you all are the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing and that I'm inspired to try to bring content that I think that we can all learn from, that we can all analyze, assess, and be aware of the circumstances that we are in this country we call America. And we can share that. And this is also great therapy for us because we all are dealing with stress in this society. We're all dealing with crap on our jobs. And so we need a place as people to come and let off some steam sometime. I think that's very important for our health and everything like that. And Brother Keith has super chatted me again. My God, man. Thank you. Informationmanshow. Hey, what we don't support goes away. I can't let that happen, Johnson. Nah, brother. It goes back into the show. I'm definitely appreciate. We got Nappy Yankee who's come on over. Appreciate that, brother. Check out his channel as well. And Raw B. Check out Raw B as well. I just want to give everybody some respect here because you all have been supporting me heavily. We got Bloodsport 1 letting off some steam. Yeah, sometimes we have to. I think YouTube allows us to let out our frustrations as to the things that we see as wrong in this society. But then when we let off frustration, we have to come to a solution for how we're going to solve the problems that we are frustrated about. So everybody, I appreciate all of you. I am going to play the super chat music and my whole thing a little bit later because I want to get to this brother. He is waiting, but I just want to give you all the respect that you deserve 110%. And I thank you all for coming on over. Here's the clap for all of you. And so now, with that said, let me bring on my main man, one man band. Here we go. He's here, front and center. Brother, thank you for your patience. I just have to give some love to all the folks that are following me, like Patty D, I see is in the chat room. Kiki05 is coming through. But brother, I'm glad that you're here. You're on the panel. Sister Catherine with friends just super chatted me as well, and I appreciate that, sister. So, one man band.
Yes, sir.
With what? Turn up if you can bring up the volume on your mic just a little bit so everybody can hear you as best you can. If I can make any adjustments, I will too, because I think StreamYards allows you to make adjustments in people's mics. So if there's anything I can do to make adjustments with your mic, I will. But let's just do this test right now. Can everybody hear? Say something to the people. Let's see if they can hear you. Say something to the people.
Can you hear me now? Let me know.
I can hear you, but we want to make sure everybody else. Can everybody hear One Man Band? Say something again.
What's up? Good evening to everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Information Show. Can y'all hear me?
All right. Put a 1 in the chat room if you can hear what that brother just said.
Somebody just said yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. It might just be on my end. Oh, I know what's going on. It is on my end. And thank you for the super chat, sister. Who do we have here? Oh, we got this beach better. This beach is better in the house with the $19 super chat, 190806. What's going on, sister? Appreciate that. Thank you. Chat for you. All right.
Hey, first and foremost, I want to tell you happy belated birthday. I didn't know it was your birthday, man. So happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. Well, brother, I'm not one of these people that, go overboard with it and, expect, I didn't go live and say, hey, everybody, it's my birthday, but I appreciate everybody who's giving me beautiful love here. We got the BX Beefer in the house. We got Brother Sir in the house. I appreciate that, brother. Check out his channel. We got Mickey Bricks 2.0. Man, everybody's coming through today. Damn. We got Joy in the house. Great to see Joy over here. Love you, sister. Great to have you over here. Okay. So this is what we're going to do, because I do at some point in time want to bring people up on the panel to make it into a town hall discussion about these issues. We got Water Sniper who's just come in. We got Marlo's music channel. Check him out, and Water Snapper too. But let's go right here, brother, One Man Band. Let everybody know who you are. Let everybody know about your channel, what you're trying to do with your channel. And then we want to get into your perspective on this whole issue around the Ahmaud Arbery case and some of the bullshit that's going on in that case too. And I'm going to show a clip of that idiotic defense lawyer talking about, we don't want no black preachers in here, and we ain't got no black preachers. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we gonna get into that. So go right ahead, brother. You got the floor.
Okay. First and foremost, salute to you once again. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm One Man Band TV. I have been covering this trial since the start of it, and I'm going to cover it to the end. Just like other trials, just like this, I will be covering. What I'm trying to do with my channel, I'm trying to bring something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to shine a light on all the kids that's missing, all the kids that's out here getting killed, all the women getting killed, all the women missing, as well as men also. That's what I'm trying to do with my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to come on here and bull crap. I want to come on here and be about my business and my business only.
Now, you said specifically you definitely want to cover the things that are happening to kids and women, not to say that you're not going to cover what's happening to men. Now, that was very key, because you're always going to have somebody out there that's going to say, oh, you a simp. You only want to focus on women. No, he said that he's going to talk about issues that are affecting men as well. I do it on my channel. I'll talk about what's happening to the women, what's happening to the men, and damn sure we'll talk about what's happening to our children. That's a fact. So there's nothing wrong with that, brother. And that's the kind of work that we need to be doing, is focusing on what's happening, but then we have to come to what is the solution to stop what's happening. Would you agree?
Exactly. I also said men too, but then I'm gonna get on the men slash the women, because we got to do a better job of taking care of these kids out here. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm on all of it, man. All the above.
Okay. Well, this is what we're going to do, right, brother? We're going to open up the Pandora's box to talk about those issues that you just talked about in just, let's just say, a little bit, but less, because on this thumbnail, everybody, if you had a chance to look at my thumbnail, you have a picture of Ahmaud Arbery. And you're probably saying, hey, it ain't his whole face. Well, on the side of his face, there was an artist that drew that thumbnail picture that I used. And on there, you can see a little small image of Arbery jogging through the little neighborhood. So the picture is sort of a compository of what was going down. Here he is jogging, minding his own business. And they took this young man's life. And you've got these Yahoo defense lawyers talking about, we don't want no black preachers in here and all that kind of stuff like that, folks. And look, I haven't been the biggest fan of Al Sharpton, but at the same time, if the family wants him in court, or any other black preacher they want in that court with them for support, they got every right, because the court is a public place. So before we get into this, let me just go ahead and play the video in question that I'm talking about. And I'm sure people have already seen this as well. They've heard the soundbite. They might have seen it on Facebook, YouTube, and all of that already. But what I want to do for the purpose of the program today is I want to play it right now. Here we go.
I was reminded of one matter that I wanted to address. My understanding while I was cross-examining Investigator Lowry yesterday is that the Right Reverend Al Sharpton managed to find his way into the back of the courtroom. I'm guessing he was somehow there at the invitation of the victim's family in this case. And I have nothing personally against Mr. Sharpton. My concern is that it's one thing for the family to be present. It's another thing to ask for the lawyers to be present. But if we're going to start a precedent, starting yesterday, we're going to bring high-profile members of the African-American community into the courtroom to sit with the family during the trial in the presence of the jury. I believe that's intimidating, and it's an attempt to pressure, could be consciously or unconsciously, an attempt to pressure or influence the jury. To my knowledge, Reverend Al Sharpton has no church in Glenn County, never has. Hasn't been here since Elaine Brown ran for mayor, to my knowledge. But we have all kinds of people. We have school board members. We have county commissioners. We have all kinds of pastors in this town, over 100. The idea that we're going to be serially bringing these people in to sit with the victim's family one after another, obviously there's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine, but then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here, or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family, trying to influence a jury in this case. And I'm not saying the state is even aware that Mr. Sharpton was in the courtroom. I certainly wasn't aware of it till last night. But I think the court can understand my concern about bringing people in who really don't have any ties to this case other than political interests. And we want to keep politics out of this case. So I'm asking the court to take appropriate steps to make sure that the gallery, which is already limited in this case, isn't being utilized for a purpose that could be viewed as improper. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other defendants?
We were doing that motion. I don't know if it's a motion.
What is the motion?
It's not really a motion. It's a reminder of the court's previous instructions to keep outside influences outside the courtroom.
Okay, brother. So one man band, you could see that right there, my brother. That's just an example that I thought was a lot of bullshit. They're focusing on preachers now. What about the law? What that got to do with the fact that they killed an innocent black man in the streets like he was an animal? Now they want to get into, we don't want no black pastors in here. And shit like that, you know?
Yeah, February the 23rd, 2020, we lost Ahmaud Arbery to these three cowards. They hunted him down like he was a deer and they killed him. You know what I'm saying? Simple and plain. And then when it was time for them to talk to the police, The police need to be held accountable. The prosecutors, everybody needs to be held accountable in this case, man. Because that prosecutor, that was the first prosecutor, she excused herself because she called the police and said, "Don't arrest them guys." That's why she excused herself.
Okay. Go ahead, brother. Add more to the circumstance.
Okay, and then once she excused her, now correct me if I'm right or wrong. When a crime is had occurred, everything is evidence. You know what I'm saying? When that cop got there, he was supposed to place all three of those guys in handcuffs, put them in a cop car, and they were supposed to do their job. Instead, you know what I'm saying? They was allowed to wash blood off of their hands. You know what I'm saying? That's evidence right there. Why was they allowed to do that? You know?
Right.
Then again, man, another thing with this case, man, that you know what I'm saying, that got me really jacked up, man, because I like covering this case, but every time it come on, I get madder and madder. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at these three characters that took this guy's life, and I'm like, dang, y'all kept saying he was stealing. Now, what was he gonna steal jogging down the street? A battery, a refrigerator, a washer and dryer? You know what I'm saying? A couple 2x4s? You know what I'm saying? He didn't steal anything. First, they said he stole something out of his truck. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he's supposed to stole something out of the construction site. You know what I'm saying? So, and then did you hear the dad say, if I had a chance and would have got a shot, I would have shot him too. You know what I'm saying? They basically telling you, hey, we are killers. We don't like black people. Don't jog down my street.
Now, this is what I was talking about earlier, one man band. Travis McMichael, and you made a great point, brother. Travis McMichael and his father, Gregory McMichael, along with William Bryant, Rudy Bryant or whatever, did not face charges in February 2020 incident until months later when a video surfaced. And that was the video that this guy said that he was taken, and he tried to claim that he was just a little innocent citizen. But I think he knew these two individuals, these two monsters who took this young man's life in the way they did. And then right here, McMichaels chased Arbery in their truck as he was jogging. So if somebody's trying to steal something, ladies and gentlemen, you all know this, would they be jogging? Come on, man. And then what did he what could he hide? He's got shorts on. He was found in a jogging type attire. What was he going to hide, and where would he hide it?
Exactly. This is how that video came about.
Okay, break it down.
The same three guys that killed Ahmaud Arbery, one of those guys turned that video in to the police. That's how that video came about. You know what I'm saying? They turned it in to the police thinking they was doing the right thing. And that's what led to their arrest.
Yes.
2.5 months later. Not a week later, 2.5 months later.
2.5 months later. God damn. Okay.
Yes,
now, you've been following the case on your channel. Is there anything that, and what's going on, Golden Melanin? Good to see you here, sister. And Nicole B TV, if I'm saying that sister's name correctly.
Shout out to Messiah and the Shy, Mom.
Messiah. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's coming through. And we are going to open up the panel to let folks come upstairs and add to the discussion, because we are going to talk about other subject matters as well. You've been following the case in the court. What is it that sticks out to you the most? Do you think that the judge is doing anything? Because we already know the judge in the other case, what's going on with that Kyle Rittenhouse. We see there's a lot of bias going on there, a lot of messery going on there. What is your impression of the judge and how he's running the courtroom? Is he letting the defense team run ruckshot, or is he allowing the prosecution to present their case without there being a lot of bullshit?
Okay, let me give you the breakdown on how I feel about it. I think the judge is doing a good job. In some areas, I think that, you know what I'm saying, he let the defense bring in a lot of lies and a lot of bull crap, but I think he's doing a hell of a lot of job than that other judge in that other case. The defense, Man, they all over the place. They line like this and line like that, and then they'll come back and apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? So the defense is just like the people today are defending. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of racist liars. You know what I'm saying? The prosecution, I feel that the prosecutor's doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? In that case right there. That prosecutor is on point with everything. She's trying to paint a picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what these guys did, and this is why they did it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that the prosecutor and the judge are doing a good job. I don't know where they got the defense at, probably from the public defender's office.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get Mike Hunt the hell out of here. Thank you, if you can do that. I want him out of here immediately. Just get him out of here. We're not even going to pay any more attention than that, because that statement that he just put in there is some bull crap. He was casing the joint. Check this out. Tell me if I'm wrong or not, Mr. One Man Band TV, because I watched a little bit of the case too. The owner of the property said that there were many people that had gone into the property to take a look at it because it's in a sort of a skeleton construction design, right? He said there was a white couple that was running around the place more than, I think, once, looking at the place. Did anybody chase down a white couple? He got chased down because he was black, and in their mind, this Negro had no business in our neighborhood. Now, that's the damn truth right there.
Exactly.
The truth.
And let me say this, too. They said that there were various different people who were looking at the construction, and then they left. Now, they asked the owner of the property, to your recollection, and I said this before in the opening of this program, did you see anything stolen or missing out of the construction of the house? He said, I cannot recollect anything that was stolen. So now you're going to sit up here and say that Ahmaud Arbery was casing the joint. Tell me where on this planet that a man should be shot, killed, for jogging in a community, and maybe he was looking at the property case. You call it casing a joint, when there were a whole myriad of other people that were looking at the property and they left. And the owner of the property had to put cameras up, and he said he never saw Ahmaud. He never testified that, yes, it was Ahmaud Arbery who stole something from the property, because I have it on tape. And you're sitting up here saying he was casing the joint. Well, you better say that the white folks, the women and the men that were in that community, they were casing the joint as well. No man or woman or child should have their life taken out because you perceive them as casing the joint. Those two fools, and I'm going to put these two fools up here just to make some emphasis on this. These two fools up here had no business, and I mean no business, doing what they did when they were not police officers. One of them, of course, Gregory McMichael, was a retired police officer. Henceforth, the word retired. His son wasn't a police officer, and the fool that was taking the video, he ain't no officer as well. And they had no evidence that he did anything wrong. Simply, he was jogging while black, and that is the damn truth.
Tell the truth.
What do you say, One Man Band?
Hey, this is what I got to say about that. I don't even call them by their name because they don't deserve their respect. I call them Larry, Curly, and Mo. Now, check it out. They see Ahmaud Arbery one day jogging through the neighborhood, and they said,
yes,
we can't get him today. But next time we see him, we're going to get him. And they seen him that day, and they said, come on, Larry, come on, Mo, let's go.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's what they did. They set out to kill that man, because he was jogging while black.
Right. And you're right, Brother Youssef from Ratchet TV. They are devils. That's true.
Tell the truth.
Right. So, somebody coming in the chat making that kind of statement, they deserve to be blocked, and double blocked again. That's dumb statements. Nobody should be taken out of here like that. Even if they're, look, for example, growing up, there's been plenty of construction sites that I used to see growing up, right?
Exactly.
And adults do this too as well. You see a construction site and you're kind of curious, because how often do you get to see how buildings and structures are built from their very intimacy, intimate level. And sometimes you stop and you just take a look, not because you want to steal anything. You're just very curious, like, wow, what is this place going to look like? You know, you're trying to figure it all out because it's very intriguing to you. And there's people that's like that. They take a walk, they see something being built. They're curious. They don't steal anything. Now, you don't want to what do you call that? Trespass, right? You know, of course you don't want to trespass. But if I'm looking at a building, I'm on a public street, and I'm just looking at it, but I'm not going in it, then should I be chased down the road because somebody thought that I stole something? And even the they had a video, one man band, of a black man who did walk into the construction, but they've never, from your estimate in watching the case, were they able to positively identify that as Ahmaud Arbery? Because I don't even remember them saying that was Ahmaud Arbery. There was people who said it was, because, you know, they all think that we look alike. But have they positively identified that individual as being Ahmaud Arbery?
Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, let's say let's just say he took a screwdriver. You know what I'm saying? Or a. Or
your sound's breaking up. Your sound's breaking up, brother. Yeah, you're come out and come back in, because your sound's breaking up. I can hear you, but it's a lot of static in the sound. Come out, drop off, and then come back in. Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Testing. Can everybody?
Hey,
I think.
Information man, drop the link in the chat and I'll call in like that.
All right, brother. Let's just do that. Let's try that. All right, so we're having some technical difficulties here. I don't know exactly what's going on, folks, but hopefully we'll get one man band back in here and make it do what we can make it do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Hopefully he can get this link and come back upstairs, and then I will eventually open up the discussion for everybody to come upstairs and render their thoughts about maybe even this case, not even maybe, but about this case and any other subject that you want to bring up, because we are going to talk about the community responsibility of man, women, children, what we need to do to turn some things around here. And I'm hoping that this is working. So I just put a link in there, and let me see if that's in there. So hopefully he'll get that link and he'll come back upstairs. Did that link go in there, folks? Appreciate everybody coming over. Let me click this in there again. Okay, the link is in there now. Finally, there's 2 links in there, and hopefully he can click into that link and come on upstairs. Let me see what folks are saying in the chat room. Okay, Joy says, hey, Black Votron. Let me see. Mickey, bye. I was in Germany for the 80s. It was a trip. Interesting. Okay, one man band is back, and here we go, brother. Bye. Here we go. Welcome back.
I'm back. Thank you. Appreciate that. For the 80s, it was a trip.
Try to mute whatever you got in the back there, because we're getting feedback now.
I'm back.
Okay. We're having technical problems. Let me unmute the brother. Hopefully the back sound will be gone here. Okay. Are you there?
I'm gonna call in off my I'm gonna call in off my phone.
Let me unmute the brother. All right, brother. I'm gonna drop the link and get other people up here as well to add to the discussion. Do what you got to do, brother. There's links in the chat room. Do whatever you got to do to get back on, brother. Okay, so we can hear from you. Okay. Okay, the one man band is coming back up with another. Now, what is this?
I don't even know how that happened right there.
There's 2 of you. What's going on here, man? I'm gonna have to take one of you out.
All right.
Take the other of you out. Take the other one out because I want to make room for people coming upstairs. So take your. Wait a minute. What's going on here?
There we go. It should have went. It should have went. Took the other one out. You take the other one out yet?
The other one is out. The other one is out. I got you up here. Continue with what you were saying.
Oh man, this case, man, is like I said, man. Even if he would have took a screwdriver, a saw, you know what I'm saying, a refrigerator on his back, they don't give them guys the right to chase him down and kill him. That's exactly what they set out to do. Like I said, they seen him one day, they couldn't get him, and they said, "Hey, Larry, Curly, and Mo, when we see him again, we're going to kill him." You know what I'm saying? And that's what they set out to do. And I hope they fry they butt.
What do you think the way the case is going? Do you think they're going to get life in prison or the death penalty or something of that nature?
The third guy, the one that did the neighbor, the one that recorded everything, I don't think he's going to get found guilty of first degree murder because he videoed everything, but he didn't actually pull the trigger. So they laws kind of different down there, but I'm gonna tell you what I think is going to happen. I think the son, he's going to get found guilty of second degree murder. I believe the dad is going to get found guilty of murder, but not second degree, maybe involuntary manslaughter. While the third one, he's going to get the same thing. That's what I think.
Let me ask you this, and we got Sister Murray that's come upstairs. Let me ask you this question too, One Man Band. What about the prosecution? Because we see in the Kyle Rittenhouse case, the prosecution is not doing a great job. What about the prosecution in the Ahmaud Arbery case? From what you've seen, are they doing a good job in presenting their case, or are they being sloppy?
Nah, I think, you know what I'm saying? It's like painting a picture. You know what I'm saying? She's painting this picture. She's putting a frame on it. She's telling everybody, okay, this is what happened in this case. This is how it happened. You know what I'm saying? She's painting them to be exactly out, you know what I'm saying, what they are. And that's racist. And that they killed that man because he was black. So I believe the prosecutor is doing her job. This one is doing her job.
So the prosecutor's doing her job. The black one, she's doing her job and what have you. What is your opinion on the video that I just showed where you have them getting all worked up, the defense team, about Al Sharpton on the behalf of the family who asked him to come into court and set in the public? And I think Black Anonymous, who's here too, and Peter Black Anonymous, said that it's a public place. It's open to the public, and Al Sharpton is a member of the public, even if he's on MSNBC and he's well known, what have you. How do you feel about them sort of singling out the whole black pastor? And I couldn't stand, by the way, that accent of his,
right?
That Southern drawl, as he said, "We don't need no black pastors in here." I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
When I was watching TV that night, when I ran across that, and I said, "Ooh, I got to go get that, man." Because when I heard that, I said, "Look at this country biscuit, man." He said, "We don't need any more black pastors parading up in here." And I said, "Look at this." What I think of that, he showed the world, he showed the judge, he showed the prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? That, hey, I'm racist too, just like the defendants that I'm defending right now. So, and then he tried to come back and apologize for it, like, "Oh, Judge, I'm sorry that I said that." Nah, man, we don't want your apology. We want justice, man. You know what I'm saying? So, he did the wrong thing by doing that, man. He should have cut that to himself.
Right. Well, Sister Murray, you come upstairs, and I appreciate it. I welcome anyone to come upstairs. I got the link I put out there in the chat room. Sister Murray, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What are your thoughts about the Ahmaud Arbery situation, the case? And we are going to open up the floor to talk about other subjects, matters related to the black family and where we go as a people in that aspect too. We're going to open up that box and see where it goes. How you doing, sister?
Hi, Information Man. Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. And hey, One Man Band.
Hey, hello.
I've been on his show. We've been covering this case. I called it on the second day of the trials. Um, it's for me, it's frustrating because it's like the I'm overwhelmed with emotions. Give me a minute
No, I want you to
because
speak your mind truly. Yes, take your time.
first of all, the defense really thought, and I told Information Man, I'm sorry, I told Man this very same thing I'm going to tell you. It's like the defense really thought that this was a trial back in the 1940s, 1950s, where you could shoot a black person, walk into court saying, oh, he was stealing something, and that was supposed to be the end of it. They didn't expect this prosecutor that is doing an excellent job with this case. They didn't expect for her to be on her job. They had the lady that that's from the CSI unit. She gave testimony on the evidence that her team recovered. They called the first officer that responded to the scene. So that with what they put forth an excellent illustration of the fact that, first of all, that particular area is a low crime area. They rarely have any calls about break-ins, burglaries, things of the like. And even the first officer responded was like he casually drove to the
Can y'all still
scene.
hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Go ahead, Sister Murray.
and I'm not going to stay up here too long. I'm going to drop back in the chats in a few seconds, but the prosecution really presented evidence that okay, it wasn't like they had calls of all these different burglaries happening in that area. Now, of course, when the defense started bringing up their peoples, of course, they were saying things to the contrary. But the first officer that responded to the scene, stated, "Listen, no, this particular area is a very low crime rate area." And then they try to show a video of this black guy walking out of the house that's being built, but it was never a positive identification saying that this was Ahmaud. So it's like each day that we listen, the defense is just falling apart at the seams. And I don't know what kind of all out of the courtroom agreement that the prosecution and the defense had, but it's like now the defense is complaining like, oh, well, we agreed that this wasn't going to be discussed, that wasn't going to be discussed. And the judge was like, listen, whatever y'all agreed to out of the courtroom, you didn't agree to it in front of me, so I cannot honor your objections. So it's like the defense is falling apart at the seams or whatever, and basically they're grasping for straws. They kept saying, "Oh, we didn't know him, we didn't see him," but your own witnesses for the defense was like saying, "Yeah, we saw him every day. He was going here, he was going there." So you just contradicted yourself. So basically, at this point, is basically contradictions from the defense, and they don't know how to handle it. So now they're coming up with distractions like Al Sharpton was in the courtroom and stuff like that. So it's a public
Right.
courtroom.
And then they start talking about Jesse Jackson. And then they went into, we don't want no more black pastors.
Exactly.
And of course, after this whole thing broke out, then the defense team, they start trying to give their little apology and all the bullshit. What you heard there, Sister Murray, was the pure racism, the pure underlying belly of why Ahmaud Arbery was taken out the way he was and treated like an animal, because in that community, there is a certain racial energy, not energy, but a certain racial reality in which they don't like black people in their community. And it permeates that system. You saw what was her name, Jackie, who was the district attorney. They had to put charges against her because she was doing inappropriate things. And this is the sort of stuff that black people historically have talked about, that it's a system that's stacked against us. This injustice system. There is no justice in this system in this country when it comes to our people. And I know people out there will complain and say, "Oh, y'all keep talking the self-defeated stuff." These are realities, and this is why Ahmaud Arbery could be murdered the way he was, and then these men to be released with no charges against them for 3 months.
Exactly.
Before charges were brought against them.
They were able. This is how deep it was. When the first officer got to the scene, he pulled one of the defendants into the car with him, and that's how he had gotten a hold of the video. Yes. I mean, one of the guys that is on trial now was like, "Listen, I got the video. Here you go," and gave it to him. And I was like, "Okay, what kind of law do y'all practice there? Because first of all, you have a person that's dead. You're coming to the scene. He didn't even call for backup. That's how backwards it was. And then he gets there. Nobody's placed under handcuffs, even though they still actively holding their weapons. I'm like, where do they do that at? And with me watching the trial with One Man Band, it was very frustrating because it's like, okay, you're playing up. First of all, you're playing up upon the fact of who you have as the juror. You have one white guy, one black guy, and the rest are females that are 60 years old. They're white females, 60 years old and plus, probably from that same community. So you're able to reinforce that racial stereotypical fear of people in that age group. So it's like certain times I had to let my phone charge up and, decompress myself because I was getting angry. And like I said, the prosecution that they have now, they're doing an excellent job, and they're basically just ripping holes in their statements.
All right.
So now they got to fumble and come up with a new plan.
All right, let me ask both of you this question because I'm doing some comparison contrast here. And everybody in the chat room, thank you. Hey, Aaron Collins, thank you for that $5 super chat, brother. Let me go ahead and give it to you like this. Thank you.
Thank you for the super
Thank you for that super chat, brother. Belated. I know my birthday was yesterday. I appreciate everybody that's come over. We got Empress KIYA in the house, the real Aaron Collins, the beautiful Bernice, Miss Battles is in the house, 12 Veils, good to see you here. Brother Keith, who hit me with that $100 super chat, which I appreciate that. Sister Murray, who's upstairs with me right now, hit me with a super chat as well, which I really appreciated.
Thank you.
We got Sister Joy in the chat room. Everybody's coming through, and I really appreciate that. Let me ask both of you this. What is the racial makeup for the purpose of the show today? What is the racial makeup? Because I know in the trial with Kyle Rittenhouse, the judge in that trial said that he don't want nobody knowing what the race is, and he don't want no talk about anything. But we know that the majority of that jury in that trial, they're white. What's the majority makeup of the jury, and what's going on? Black Votron, love that name again. What is the makeup of the jury in the Ahmaud Arbery trial? What's the majority makeup?
White people. One black, the rest of them white.
Pretty much. one white guy, one black guy, and the rest of them are white women that are 60 years old and older. So
okay, then does that really constitute, because they always say that you have the right to a jury of your own peers. Well, damn it. Let's just be honest here. Let's tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
That is not a makeup of a jury of Ahmaud Arbery's peers. Only one person that looks like him on that jury. That's a damn shame.
Tell the truth.
But that's a makeup of the community.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah. And I guess in their hopes, the defense is able to play into those fears of, okay, we have a black guy jogging around, going into this house, and then the boat, and then one of the defense was up there saying that his father's truck or somebody's truck was getting broken into all that week, and So it's like really just playing into into their own fears of their own peers that's on their jury. So, but the judge is not really going for it, and the prosecution, like I said, it's just punching holes in their stories left and right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Let me do this. Let me say what's up to some chick named Star, one of the mods in the chat room. Thank you for coming through, sister. Good to see you. But let me give you a clap there and stay on, Sister Murray, because I want to get your opinions on another subject matter. We got Sister Vern Junk Closet is in the house here. My sister there, she did a great stream. I put it in a community tab where she was giving people tips on how to build their YouTube channels and what have you. And by the way, Vern, we still need to do a show together, sister. Me and you got to collaborate over here too. So I was thinking about that yesterday. I was saying, wait a minute, we still haven't done our show together. So Sister Junk Closet, we're going to do a show together. And we're going to give people the tips and all the good stuff, how to build a YouTube channel and collaborate both our knowledge together. And that should be fantastic. So be on the lookout for that drop of a link to I'm going to DM you on Instagram, and we're going to try to collaborate and do something. That'd be really good. But I'm glad to see you over here. Give her some love. Check out her channel. Excellent channel. Got to give her a clap. Excellent channel. You learn a lot from her. She's a very pleasant sister. She goes live all the time on the weekends, and and what have you. We got Sister Miss V is in the house. Thank you for being here. Give you a clap. And of course, we got CCN TV in the house. Got to give him a clap. Check out his channel. A lot of positive content creators over here. All right, everybody. I've been dropping the link in the channel because I want people in the chat room because I want people to come upstairs because we're going to talk about other issues. Okay, and what have you. But before I go over to drop this information on Miss Murray, what I want you to do is I want you to think about what are the roles you think as a woman, as a black woman, that you need to play in building family, and the role that we as men can play or we should play, and then the role of our children, because our children are being under attack. How many of you heard about the situation where you had a bunch of high school kids, white kids, dressing up as a Ku Klux Klan members, and they attacked a black kid in the streets? How many of you heard about a black teacher? There was a teacher, and who lost his job teaching black history because they were defining what he was teaching as critical race theory. They're using the critical race theory as a way to stop black history being taught. So this is a brother who was disrespected. He's going to be filing charges. There's a lot going on where our kids are being attacked.
Yeah, see,
we're running around here acting like we living in happy days, and we're not. Go ahead, one man band.
They don't see. They hate. You know what I'm saying? They love when a black person is stupid. You know what I'm saying? And they love that right there. You know what I'm saying? When we smart, when you got an educated brother or sister that is smart, you know what I'm saying? They say, watch out. That guy right there is gonna be trouble, or that lady right there is gonna be trouble, man. So they want to keep us dumb, man. They don't want us teaching, you know what I'm saying, our kids the right stuff. So they gonna get rid of the smart ones, man. They gonna get rid of the smart ones.
Right. What is your position, sister?
I mean, first of all, they have been instituting a system to basically divide the black man and the black woman. It's been going on for decades. It's been going on for generations, to the point where we don't trust nor love each other. Like we, as a matter of fact, YouTube. It's so easy to trash a black woman or a black man on YouTube and think it's okay because it's social media, not understanding that the negative energy that we're putting out against each other feeds into what our counterparts have been saying about us all along. You know what I'm saying? See, they don't have to call us niggers anymore. They don't have to call us none of those derogatory terms that they have gotten accustomed to calling us because we call ourselves these things. And
Right.
not just that, we do more harm and hurt to each other. Like you have I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but okay, whatever. You have prominent black leaders in our
Mm-hmm.
community that rob, that scam, that uses our vulnerable emotions and our intellect to control us and do more harm to us than
Mm-hmm.
any of these white people be doing. They don't have
Right.
to do they don't have to do anything
Right.
anymore because we're doing it to ourselves, and we do it at such a destructive nature
Right.
that there's I just wish that we can come to a place within our community that we can get back to loving each other and trusting each other again.
Right.
I'm not married. I don't have any kids, but my main thing is before I get married, get to know my mates
Mm-hmm.
and get to know my mate to where when we plan on having kids, it's a united front to where nobody or nothing can penetrate us.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one of the main tools and weapons against us is um, our counterparts have been able to use our fears and what we lack thereof. They use it against us. I mean, they'll actually give black women a check every month, so they don't even have to think about the black men.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of, I'm not going to say one of the main goals or main factors of welfare and programs like that, but if they can just cut out the black men from being in the household altogether, okay, then you have this disconnect.
Well, let me just say this, sister, and let me give a shout out to Angelica, who's in the house. Thank you for being here, Angelica. And let me give a shout out to a very special lady in the chat room. That's Queen's Thrones. Give her a shout out. Peace to you, sister. Glad to have you over here. Queen's Thrones. Glad to see you, sister. I've been going over to her channel every now and then, giving her support. Really good sister. She keeps it 100% real. So I just want to give her respect. Queen Thrones, and of course, Angelica, who's in the chat room making very good statements. And I want to thank Allison McGrill, who gave me, she said, a happy birthday. I know it was yesterday. My most high blessings to you always. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for the
Appreciate
super
that.
chat.
We got Miss Jams in the house. We got Erica in the house. DOD's come in saying happy birthday, Information Man. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
I throw it to both of you. You said it very excellently. We are actually becoming our worst enemy. But I think some of the things that you see on YouTube is I hate to say this, it is a bigger problem in the community. People bring their pain, their problems, their issues to YouTube. So if things are messed up in your personal life and you haven't dealt with those issues and gotten help with those issues and gotten over those issues, you bring it over to YouTube and you take it out on other people because you can hide behind a keyboard and talk about people, dox people. And then we don't have to worry about the mayonnaise people calling us the N-word because we do it for them. And they sit back. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. They sit back and they watch our channels when we go after each other and they laugh. And they say, honey, pop the popcorn. Let me watch these ninjas go after each other. This is the funniest thing. And then you see that large subscriber count, or you see that large people watching, and a good many of those people are people that are watching because you're their HBO for the day. Exactly. And you notice on YouTube, when black people are fighting each other, the view counts go up, and they bust out of the goddamn roof. Telling the truth.
Tell the truth.
Right? And then when you're doing a show like I did a couple of weeks ago about why black men should get involved in semiconductor careers and microchips, people came over and supported the channel, but the video didn't get the kind of views that I could get if I'm doing a more polarizing video where I'm talking about someone like a Polite or Umar Johnson or Brother Peanut Butter, whatever we want to call it, right? But when we're on a panel and we're arguing, the views go up, and YouTube says, push it good, right? Like salt and pepper, okay? And that's sad.
I got
Go
a
ahead,
question
sister.
for you. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because according to the YouTube community guidelines, right? And this is supposed to apply to all content creators, anybody putting out videos. Okay, the guidelines are there, black and white. Don't do this. Don't entertain that. Don't engage in certain behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
But what videos are getting taken down the most? Now I can't say certain words because YouTube would be on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk about certain things like certain medications, certain groups, certain things that is happening in the US.
Right.
Those videos get cut, sliced, diced, taken out of YouTube.
Go ahead, one man band. Band.
I know what she's saying. It's a lot of people hooked on a lot of stuff out here, and they want them people to be continuously to be hooked on it. So of course they don't want you to come on here and say, "Hey, let's stop doing this right here." They saying, "No, go get some more of that." You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And also, what we've been going through for about the past year and a half. You know what I'm saying? They don't want people to come on here and talk about that, because they say, "Hey, you're stopping what we're trying to get done." You know what I'm saying? So they don't want you to talk about that. As soon as you do, it's over with for you.
Yes.
Well, what it is that I had a video and I got a warning from YouTube when I did a video about this. I call it special herbs and seasonings or spices. You know what I'm talking about? This virus, right?
Yeah.
And this particular virus has a lot of cooks in the chefs in the kitchen with it, but I did a video about that, asking a question whether black people should take these herbs and spices, right? And that channel, the video got taken down. They said you spread misinformation. They gave me a warning strike, right? Yeah. And so they're trying to control what we can say and what we can do. But this is the thing. Sister Highly Flavored, she left me a message, and thank everybody who gave me the super chats, from Queen of Thrones, the $10 super chat, to brother. Check out their channels, please, people. Great people. CCNTV gave me a $9 super chat saying happy birthday. Queen of Thrones gave me a happy birthday $10. My main man DOD said happy belated birthday. Information Man, and of course, brother Keith gave me a $100 super chat. Check out their channels. I want to say thank you to all of you. Got to give you all a clap. I'll probably at some point in time do my regular, super chat celebrations, but I just want to get through this segment of the program. And I thank you all out there. I appreciate that. And I think Real Aaron Collins gave me a super chat as well. What happens is that she made a good point about David Chappelle, highly favored. She said David Chappelle gets paid to say the N-word. That's a very good point. And even David Chappelle in his closer routine said, he can use the N-word and talk about black people left and right. And you didn't ever see anybody at Netflix or anybody protest Dave Chappelle. But when he talked about another group that has different sexual preferences, he now is being counseled. Do you know that he wants to go back to his old high school and donate more money to them that he's already given them? And the kids there and everybody there is saying that they don't want Dave Chappelle there anymore, even though the school has taken thousands upon thousands of dollars from him, because the kids said that their friends that are LGBTQ are upset with the fact that he said the things that he said in his comedy routine. So now he's not welcome back at school. I'm going to say it again. Everybody has the right to be with who they want to be with, and whatever your sexuality, that's your business. That ain't my business. But what I'm saying is, let's look at this sensibly. Dave Chappelle can get on a stage and he can talk about black women, black men. He can say the N-word this, the N-word that. And nobody, including even those that don't like the fact that he said what he said from the LGBTQ community, I've never seen any of them come out and protest any comedian for using the N-word against black people. Now, tell me something. Tell me something.
You know,
tell the truth.
Because the white people, they saying, hey, this is comedy for us. You know what I'm saying? Look at this dude on stage. He doing what we really want to do. You know what I'm saying? So let him continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying.
It's okay. It tells me that it's okay when you talk about black folks. That's cool. And Dave Chappelle made a good point. The baby shot a man, another black man, which I ain't down with that. And he still went on to have a rap career. The minute he says something else that wasn't pertained to black folks per se, even though we know that people who are gay can be any race, they basically wanted to counsel him. Now, I'm not saying that what the baby said was right. I think he was reckless and he was wrong in the way he said it. But when it comes to Dave Chappelle, and he's a comedian, he's putting on a performance, and he already said that he has no ill malice against that community. He said some things in that routine where he said the N-word, and nobody complained about that. That's the point I'm trying to make. But this is the question I put on the table, and I welcome anyone to come upstairs and add to the discussion today. I'll put it out there again at the top of the chat room. You've got the link. Come on upstairs and join us. What do we need to do? What is our accountability? I know as a man, it's my responsibility, whether I'm married, divorced, or have a child, to be involved in my child's life. It's my duty as a man to carry myself respectfully, respect women and respect myself, and also demand respect as well. The problem with us as a people, let me say this way. One of the problems with some of us as a people is we fail to sometimes give each other respect. And I know that sexism is real, racism is real, all these things are real. And I do recognize that black women sometimes have a disposition towards some black men, some I say, because they might have been sexually abused by someone in the family that may even look like you. It's called transference and countertransference, right? So we've been abused by someone in our community that looks like us. And that can translate to when you grow up and you have a disposition towards even your own men that look like you because something has happened to you. We carry a lot of pain, and we bring that pain to these platforms when we go at each other's throats. I'm going to stop right there and bring someone else who's trying to come upstairs. I'll bring them in a minute if they come back. Anybody want to touch on any issues here?
I think it's a lot of mental health issues going on, and if people you know what I'm saying, they got the mental health issues can seek help, you know what I'm saying, as well as the people that are depending on these how I want to say it on these pharmaceutical drugs out here, you know what I'm saying?
Pharmaceuticals.
You know what I'm saying, with some help, then we'll be okay, man. And men, us as men, man, we gotta stand up, man. We can't say we gotta stand up next week. We can't say wait till next year. We gotta stand up today and today, right now.
Right on. That's definitely what we're talking about. What's going on, my sister? Let me make sure. I need you to say. I want to apologize if I said your name messed up.
It's Nikwa B.
Nikwa B. That's right. Nikwa B. Thank you. I'm glad you came upstairs. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How's everybody? How you doing? Happy belated birthday, information man.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm 52 years young.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Blessings. That's beautiful.
Yeah, you know, I was born in 1969, grew up through the late 70s, early 80s into the 90s. And when I was coming up, I came up at a time where it was a big deal if you were a black male and you made it to 21 years old. I got a lot of friends who are either in the graveyard or incarcerated right now because they were involved in all kind of things, right?
Wow.
And so when you made it at 21 years old, you know, within some of our communities, that's a big deal, given the time that I grew up in. So to be 52 years old and to have survived a lot of stuff that could have taken me out of here, you know, I just gotta say, hey, that's powerful. It's a shame that we have to say it that way.
And it's a blessing, and just take all your blessings, and because not only that, we're going through like a pandemic right now. So the fact that you made it through that and you're okay and you're in good health,
Man.
all the reasons to be thankful as well.
Yes. I want you to add to the discussion if you want to give your opinion about the Ahmaud Arbery situation. If you want to get into other topics, we're talking about the role of black men, black women, the children. There's a lot of sisters that have gone missing. We got children that have gone missing. We see how the justice system just doesn't give us any justice when things are happening to us. And then we got to be accountable for our behavior as well that we bring to the table. Anything you want to touch on, go right ahead.
As far as the Ahmaud Arbery thing, I feel like it's BS. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I feel like the whole thing is BS. There's no way. I know plenty of people who see a house that's being made and they look around to see what's in there or see how nice it looks or whatever, and none of that stuff happens.
Right.
What happened to him? So that's number one. Ain't nobody jogging in jogging clothing to go rob something. So
that's right.
It's beyond my comprehension and scope of practice to even bring myself to even think where the logic is in that. Also, with the whole Dave Chappelle thing, like I have nothing against the LGBTQ community, and I don't know the extra words, guys. So please don't.
Yeah, if we said the words wrong, if I said the words wrong, don't hate on us. We're just trying to make reference to our. And we're giving our opinions. That don't mean we got any hate, because like I said earlier. You can be with who you want to be with. That's your business. I got to worry about my business too. Go right ahead, sister.
In that case, the thing that is heartbreaking for me is that every community is on these comedy shows, not just Dave Chappelle, whites, blacks, Hispanics are joked on all the time. And nobody makes a big to-do about it because it's comedy. It's comedy. It's like we go there to hear what we know we can't say on a regular day. And it's hilarious, right? And it's all jokes. And when it came down to the people lost the actual message of behind that Dave Chappelle show, which I would like to bring to y'all attention.
Okay, go ahead.
His best friend, who was transgender, killed himself. Why?
Right.
Because the LGBTQ community was coming down on him, saying that he was against them then, and then his best friend, the transgender friend, was like, no, he's been great to me, so forth and so on. It's not verbatim, but he basically took up for Dave Chappelle. And what happened was they started jumping down. The very people that are saying that, like, these people are like coming down on them, they're insensitive, this and that, were being very insensitive towards this transgender individual, and he ended up killing himself. And he had a daughter. She had a daughter. I'm not gonna, because it was, he became a she or whatever, but she had a daughter, and he jumped off the building. And I feel like and he dedicated the whole show to his friend, his transgender friend, who he let on stage, and opened up, told the whole story about how he let him open up, how the transgender friend bombed the show, but he was so funny off stage that he was like, yo, you can open up anytime I'm around in your area, you can open up for me, this so forth and so on. And he also dedicated money, like put money aside for his daughter, so when her daughter becomes of a certain age, she can take that money to do whatever she wants with it.
Right.
So what I'm not under, the moral of the story is, it's like everybody just needs to be, like loosen up a little bit and understand that this is all jokes. We have to live a little, it's not what you think it is. Because my best friend was transgender, and that was the whole point of the show.
Well, let me just say this. Certainly there are people who do comedy who can go over the top, and they can say things that's very rude. There's been comedians white comedians, by the way, who have said things that black people did not like, and we took them to task. But what I noticed is that it's only black people who tend to take comedians to task. particularly white comedians or even black comedians, when they say something that we don't agree with, right? But we don't see all these other groups. And certainly there are black people within the LGBTQ who do talk about black issues, who bring up issues that they don't like, but that they hear. But I just noticed that a lot of times when there's issues that are centered towards black people, we tend to be very singularly alone in bringing up our issues, what have you. I would just say this, that anybody can make jokes that you don't like, and I think everybody has the right. I'm not saying that the people that are against Dave Chappelle don't have the right to have their opinion, even if I don't agree with their opinion. They have the right to express their feelings, but because we live in a country where
be canceled though.
The cancel culture, I think, is getting out of control to a certain degree. I don't know what we do with that, how we handle that, but what I do know is black people, we need to start taking more accountability of ourselves and what we need to be doing in our communities. All right, we need to be taking more accountability, because I'm going to say this. You know, the Kyle Rittenhouse, I'm bringing that up for this reason. I've heard folks say that, why are we even talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse situation? Because he's a white boy who did white on white crime. Even though the media doesn't paint it as white on white crime, it was white on white crime, right? And I think the reason why we kind of talk about it is because we're looking at him and saying, here's a white dude who came into a community that he had no business being in, even though he has family that live there, but nobody told him to go do security at that the car business. Come to find out, the owners of the car business, ladies and gentlemen, said that they never hired him or his friends, never asked him to protect the property. So he lied about that. He comes in there with a assault rifle, which he had no business having because he wasn't of age to have the rifle in the first place. His mother drove him into the environment when he had no business there in the first place. He had a gun, which obviously, if you got a gun, it is going to solicit people's behavior towards you when you walking around with a gun. He had no business there. And I think what we're looking at is we're saying, let's see if this white boy, this white man, he's adult age now. Let's see how the law treats him in comparison to how the law would treat if he was a black man who has a gun. And most of the time when black people have guns, it's because we're trying to protect ourselves against people trying to harm us. And of course, there's black people that are doing harm on each other with weapons and what have you. That's happening. Yeah, we can talk about that. But Kyle Rittenhouse and his mama had no right, shouldn't have never brought him in there when there was a curfew. The curfew was for the protesters, and it was for everybody. That included Kyle Rittenhouse and his merry band of fools. So therefore, this is the question I'm going to ask. It's going to be a very unpopular question. This is the question, because I was on another stream yesterday and we were going back and forth over on Art New Styles TV, his channel. If Kyle Rittenhouse was a black kid who decided to go out there into a protest with his rifle, and his black mama drove him across state lines, how many people would be saying the black mama was irresponsible? See, that's what's wrong with black women. That's why our black boys are out of control, because the black mamas are doing A, B, and C. Yet the white mother brought this boy across state lines, and I've seen little to no criticism of the white mama.
Tell the truth.
I honestly feel like you're on point. And this is what I'm happy that you asked that question, because I'm so tired of everybody blaming the black woman for everything. I mean, we literally sacrificed ourselves since the beginning of time for our black men, for our black children. Since the beginning of time, we fought wars, we did protesting, we did everything we possibly could to get our rights. Nobody actually stood behind us when we were trying to fight for our rights to vote. Any rights that we had to fight by ourselves, not with anybody else, but by ourselves. Because even when white women had the right to vote, we still didn't. People don't understand that. Even though they had it, we didn't. So let's go back to what your question was. I feel like our community is way too hard on our black women. We hold a lot of stuff on our shoulders. We have kids, we bear them, we take care of them, we deal with the being a ride or die for our men while they go out and cheat, and we're stressed out. We're trying to hold it down at the house. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're working by themselves. They're working alone. And I'm not speaking about every black woman and every black man. So I don't want you guys to think I'm generalizing everybody. But I'm just talking about an example of a black family, and the reason why this is we don't hold our men accountable nor our women. Because at the end
All right,
of
let
the
me
day, like,
let me stop you right there. What I would say, I just want to say peace to Brother Sheldon for the $20 super chat. Peace, information man. Keep doing what you're doing. Reparations, cut the damn check. I agree with that. Cut that damn check. And then let me go to, we got a sister over here that I love, and that's Mary Jane TV Creations. Gave me a $10 super chat, super sticker. Thank you for giving me that. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the super chat.
And let me put Sheldon back. I didn't get a chance to put Sheldon up there for everybody to see. Thank you, brother. And then someone else gave me another super chat. I think it was DOD who super chatted me again, who says, happy birthday, Information Man, and Sister Brown. Oh, yes, Sister Brown's birthday, too. Thank you. That's very nice of you, brother.
For the super chat.
Let me say this. And I want Aaron Collins to come in because I know he's been waiting patiently. He's out there walking around in Los Angeles.
Can I say something after you finish Information Man?
Yeah. I'm going to be very brief. It's not going to be a long dialogue here.
Okay.
I wanted to simply say that I think that we need to hold each other accountable completely as a family. Black women and black men need to hold each other accountable for the things that we're not doing right. Black men got to stop whining on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell the truth. We got to stop crying on YouTube. If you want respect, you get respect by your results, by what you produce, and by your action. It's a power dynamic. Just like my man Jason Black said, it's a power dynamic. Black men need to level up in their power dynamic. I think people respect people in general when they follow a leader who leads by his actions, not his words and all of that. We got to get out of goofy little labels that we give ourselves. You're a man. We get into this, I'm a red pill, I'm this and that pill. No, you're a man who needs to live up to whatever responsibilities. I'm sorry, ladies. Women need to live up to their responsibilities as well when it comes to how you deal with men. I'm sorry. And how you choose men. Men, we got to choose better women that we get involved with as well. It goes both ways. Okay. Now, I got to say this. Y'all going to hate me for this. I got to say that, ladies, if you got a husband or a man that's in your life, that's in the life of your child, who's the father of that child, and he's there every step of the way, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially, you've got to stop calling yourself a single black mother. You're not a single black mother if the man is in the life of that child every step of the way. Because when they do statistical studies, they will say that 70% of black men are not in the lives of black children. And they'll take and part of that study is when you have black women who are not actually technically single, but they're used to calling themselves single because they have the child in the household and the father doesn't live in the household. And that goes right into statistics. Most black men are in the lives of their kids, even if they don't live in the household. And then you got those out there that are musty and stuffy, musty, crusty, and dusty. Go right ahead, Sister Murray. And then I'm going to go over to Real Aaron Collins.
Yeah, because I'm after this, I'm going to jump back into the chats. But this, and I just want to be real clear, this is not a discussion on what one gender is doing over the other gender.
Right.
It's not gender focused. We should be having more of these discussions between our black men and between our black women, and hopefully we will hear and listen to each other, so we can start healing within our own community.
Yes.
But if we don't have these discussions, if we don't point out why the black woman is so unhappy, why the black man is so unhappy, then we're never going to know, and we're never going to come to some kind of common ground where, okay, this is the problem. Now, how are we going to start working on solutions?
Right.
So we can get rid of this big disconnect that we have amongst our own people, especially between the black men and the black woman. So it's not a thing, oh, let's not get on the gender thing. No, the gender thing needs to be discussed. We need to have healthy discussions like this.
Mhm.
So hopefully some healing can happen within our own community.
Right. Part of the problem is that we fail to, I know it's ugly, folks. Sometimes we fail to put it all out on the table and put the good and the bad. We like to focus on the good, but we got to touch on the ugly as well. And there are some things that we both do, men and women, that is dysfunctional. And then our children pick up that dysfunction and they carry it on generation to generation if that dysfunction isn't nipped in the bud. We got to definitely not. And I think Conscious TV is right. We got to re-socialize how we look at men, women, how we look at ourselves as a whole. We are, and I work in mental health, we are in a lot of pain. And what YouTube gives us, which I think is great, is it gives us the ability to talk about this and come together as a community and work through the issues, because it's therapy. We got to talk about it and be honest about all of our boo-boo and our draws. Real Aaron Collins, come on in and say some words, and you can bring up your opinions about Ahmaud Arbery or the discussion that we're currently having right now, brother. Go ahead.
And I'm dropping off. Y'all take it easy, panel. I'm in the chats later.
Okay, thank you for coming up, sister. Thank you for the super chat as well. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, thank you for coming up. Thank you.
Salute information, man. Salute panel. Yeah, bottom line, basically, these are some all great points. And as far as what you were saying about black men needing to level up and to grow up, I agree with you 100%. It's too much complaining. There's too much fault finding and whining. And I'm going to just be upfront and say that black women truly have been towing the line for the black community for some decades now. It's true. I don't have no choice but to say it. It's true. And so many of these guys out here, so many of these dudes out here that claim to be so hard, claim to be shot callers in the hood, when it comes time to actually do something that's really for the cause, you know where to be found. I mean, where you at? They claim, oh, I got warrants. Yeah, but you had them same warrants when you decided to go plot against another black man. So I'm not trying to hear that you got warrants, BS.
Right. Well, Real Aaron Collins, let me say this, and I'm going to bring Real One Man Band back in to add to the discussion as well. Let me say peace to Black Wolf coming over. Black Wolf, great content creator. Black Wolf, he has a gaming channel. I'm a mod on his gaming channel. He's trying to build his gaming channel up. So Black Wolf, peace to you. And RY, I see you in there. We got George Frazier who's come in. Raw B privileges in the house. Angelica, I see you. Empress K IYA and many more in the chat room. And then I got a super chat from Lisa Jackson who says our 400 years are up. Why we keep holding on to 400 years? My teacher asked and confirmed the very let's take care of us. I think we do got to take care of us, sister. That's what this is all about. Let me say this. I think that, we as black men, we have talked about the welfare system. The welfare system kind of forced black men out of the household, and that black women gravitated towards the government, giving them all these sort of things. I know people bring that up all the time, how that kind of impacted the black community and particularly the black man within the household. We can talk about that. I hear guys talk about that all the time. But what I need to hear more are, okay, if that is what happened, is that one of the things that happened along with the feminism movement, which was a movement that white women developed because they wanted to be in power with their white men. They wanted to share in that power. The question is, we can talk about that till we're blue in the face, till the stars come home. What are we going to do about it? Meaning, what are we going to do now instead of focusing on things that we can't change, that happened in the past, or we think it happened in the past, that we believe that's what happened when some of us was in freaking diapers. Some of us wasn't even born to really know how it all went down any damn way. What are we going to do, Aaron Collins or Real Man Band or any of good folks in the chat room? What is it that we need to do as black men going forward instead of complaining about what has happened in the past? What are we going to do?
Well, you
The
know,
top.
basically, like Nike once said a long time ago, just do it. Stop thinking about it. Stop talking about it. But just do it. I mean, it's like we can go and do everything else for so many other causes and go to the club real quick. But when it comes time for solutions in our own community, like I'm repeating myself, but it's so I see it all the time, and quite
Mm-hmm.
frankly, it's getting on my nerves. That I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're not doing it. I mean, so many black men don't even like each other. As black men, I noticed this about us, but
Mm.
we seem to mad dog each other all the time, even for the slightest thing. It's like, man, what are you looking hard at me for? I didn't do anything to you. I mean, I'm trying to make it
Right.
just like you.
Right.
And it's like we won't build with each other. We don't compete with other groups of men, but we really won't build with each other. I mean, other groups of men tend to build with each other. They come to look out for each other. They may not necessarily like each other on a personal level, but when it comes time to building up their community and keeping the wealth in their community, they'll come together. As black men, we don't seem to do that. I mean, we'll stand up there and we'll fight over blocks and over territory, so called, that
Mm-hmm.
really don't belong to us. Because I guarantee, if the city wanted to build a bridge through your so-called hood, guess
Mm-hmm.
what? They're gonna come through there with those tractors and trailers and whatever, and ain't a damn thing you can do about it. But accept
Right.
it. Then what you gonna do? You gonna
Right.
change your tattoos and stuff like that? You gonna get the tattoo removed and put on a whole another tattoo? I
Right.
mean,
Let me say,
that's just
A-
real.
Aaron, let me just shout out Kelly Ray. Kelly gave me she said, belated happy birthday to you. Thank you for the super chat, the $9.99 super chat. Let me hit that button again. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the
Thank you
super chat.
for your support. I really appreciate that. Black Conscious TV is in the house. We got Keeping It Techie in the house. Good to see that brother over here. We got Ratchet TV coming upstairs to join the conversation. Appreciate that. Let me just say, I'm going to say this, brother. You know, when you look at the word unity and you break down the word unity, people think when you say the word unity, that means everybody. No, it really does not. Unity means you unify with people who are like-minded like yourself. So this is the truth, and people don't want to hear it. We're not going to be able to work with everybody that look like us. Some of these Negroes have got to go. I'm sorry. I got to tell the truth. Some of our people are not people that we can work with.
Can I say this?
We have to unify with those that we're with. One man band, go ahead, because you've been very patient. And I'm gonna go to brother Ratchet TV. Yusef is on the panel with us. RY has come upstairs. I'm gonna bring her up here. Go right ahead, one man band. I'll stop right there. Go ahead.
This is what we got to do as men. We got to stop making excuses. We got to stand up and stand up now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, not tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Not next week. Right now, today, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, man, our kids are going to suffer. You know what I'm saying? Our kids are going to suffer. These women are going to suffer, man. What happened to back in the day where men used to protect women? They used to protect the kids. You know what I'm saying? Now it ain't like that, man. So we got to do better as men and stand up, man. We can't look at what everybody else doing. You know what I'm saying? Just like me.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta stand up, you know what I'm saying, and be a man. I can't worry about what nobody else is doing, man. I gotta worry
Mm-hmm.
about my son. I gotta worry
Tell the
about if he's
truth.
gonna get educated right. I gotta worry about, you know what I'm saying, if he's gonna eat right. I have to do that, man. We gotta stand up, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's not say, oh, we're back 400 years ago. We ain't living in 400, dog. We living in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Let's do what we gotta do to protect our women and kids and stop making excuses.
Well, I learned a long time ago, one man band, that excuses are tools of the incompetent, and those that use them seldom succeed. That's what I learned a long time ago, and it's facts. When you use a lot of excuses, you don't really succeed because you kind of lay on the excuses as why you can't do anything when we got to do something. We got my man Yusef from Ratchet TV today. I want to say peace to you. I'm glad you came up here. Let everybody know where they can find your channel as well and add to the discussion.
Yeah, well, I'm about to start cooking and I was watching, but I definitely was glad to be able to get a moment to hit the link and salute to you. Happy birthday to you, belated.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
You are midlife goals. Okay? You look very healthy and strong, and you're very intelligent and brave. And I appreciate
Thank you.
that.
Appreciate you coming up. You be making, hey, wait a minute though. You be making some good food, man. Y'all gotta check him out. He be up there late at night. That man be, woo, man. You be, man. The food be looking good, boy. But go ahead.
I want to salute also to One Band Man TV. Nice brother. I'm definitely going to subscribe to your channel. Subscribe back. We could possibly do some stuff together like this too, because I very much appreciate your focus. I appreciate your interest and where they lie. As a black man with the media platform, you're clicking in and your melanin is taking over, and that's what it's supposed to do. So for that, it's admirable, because there are far and few many in between of us to where it's a lack of accountability in our community on all ends. And so I feel like men need to socialize manhood, rites of passage, and boyhood, and what man thinks is fatherhood, things of that nature. And it's up to women to socialize themselves the way that they do with the things that they do. So I definitely appreciate when you can see that, and right out the gate, that's what you do. So you're on the right track.
Right on. Let me just read this real quick before you continue your dialogue, brother. We got LB Thing Stuff and More gave me a $5 super chat. Says we need more education in our community to fight ignorance in the attention of our people. Now the law, the constitutions, new day, just my opinion. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for coming over and joining the channel today. So let me stop there. And do you have anything else you want to add, brother?
Yeah, because I was still greeting everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was still just greeting him about his noble traits. It's honorable, and yours too. And,
thank you.
And you know, that's a whole nother discussion we can have another day. And salute to Brother Aaron Collins, NRY, and Keith Watson, Content TV, y'all be privileged, all the melanated content curators in the building, and all the black minds out there, and we all love you. And so there's two things I wanted to say about the beginning of the video, which I really wanted to add, and I was at my cousin's house, and I was crazy. So I want to make sure y'all heard what the fuck I was typing. Okay? And it's Ratchet Today, not Ratchet TV. I love you.
Ratchet Today, I'm sorry.
And so now the black pastors in the courtroom. First of all, that was discrimination for the religion, the origin, and the race, all that. And so of course, they will be intimidated because they're evil demonic forces. So who else will be intimidated by God or a divine force, regardless of where it comes? Unless it's a fucking demon. And so at the end of the day, when he said that, he really meant that. He shivered in his timbers, because they all felt that way. And they feel that way about black divinity. So when you start to retrace your history and do the positive things spiritually, even if you are being a black Christian, you're being a better Christian than the white Christians. You really believe it. You really putting your faith in there. You really got energy behind there. You really are a divine cosmic being. And so people understand that. So regardless, you can praise a rock, they're going to be scared of your black ass. Okay.
Right.
And so they didn't have no problem if it was Joel Osteen up in that motherfucker. And don't they in there make you swear on the Bible and all of that? Okay. Moving on. Devils. You're
right. You're absolutely right. You get a clap for that. You absolutely on the money. Yes.
Family. The devils in the court, of course, they were scared of that divine energy. That always intimidates a demon, and who else is going to be the fuck scared of that? And so no one disagreed with him in the courtroom. I want y'all to notice that everybody clicked into gear. None of the pale people, none of the black people, none of the people on the stand, in the back, on the table, on the panel. Nobody said, whoa, hey, you know, this is wrong. You know, this is who they are. Believe them. Okay, it's that same demonic spirit that led them two ratchet crackers to go shoot that black man who was just running jogging. It's the same demonic spirit that was in that courtroom. It's the same demonic spirit in this whole entire nation. Okay, and that was all I wanted to say.
Hey,
I appreciate what you said. I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Hey, make sure the brother just got done talking. Make sure you go comment on one of my videos and put your link in there so I can subscribe to you. Anybody that got a channel, just leave me some type of information on one of my videos, and I'll subscribe to everybody, man, because I want to support everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all y'all, man, because you know stuff be talked about. Man.
Right. Let me.
Niggas don't even trust Al Sharpton.
I know a lot of us, you right on top of it. A lot of us are not even a big supporter of Al Sharpton anyway, but it's still, you're right. It still was racist what they did. But what really got to me, let me go ahead and play the soundbite. I got the soundbite as well. Let's just hit a soundbite again. I didn't like the way he said near the end, we don't need no black pastors. Listen to this shit.
there's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine. But then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here, or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family, the jury in this case.
That's what I'm talking. That's the bullshit right there. Let me read what Conscious TV said. He says, it's funny that he came for Al Sharpton not being a pastor, but they anointed Al Sharpton's show exposes the racism within, the case, the legal case. And I kind of agree. I agree with Conscious TV, the bull crap that it exposed. And we got, there she go, junk closet is back in the house. And we got my man Yusef Ratchet today has just left us. Appreciate you coming over. And now we got RY in the house. RY, this is the first time you've come upstairs. Now I will finally hear your voice. What do you have to say?
Hi, Infoman in chat. Just happy belated birthday. I definitely have to come up to wish you a happy birthday. Happy early birthday to Conscience TV and happy future birthday to Empress Kiara Kaya. But I just want to
let's give him a clap. I'm gonna give him a clap. Yeah. Clap for them. That's fantastic. Okay, you've got it now, sister. Go ahead.
I just want to say I really, really appreciate the new Black media, because we actually have a forum where we can come together to talk about the issues that we see. Just historically, all the stuff, all the brainwashing that has been going on for centuries, and how sometimes that repeats in our families, and how when we get to talk about it and everyone comes from their different areas of expertise, we actually get to educate each other and help heal each other. I know that's happened for me, at least. So I just want to say thank you so much just to you and all the, the YouTubers out there doing their thing. And also, of course, these two cases, they are on to major BS. They know darn well Rittenhouse should be under the jail along with his mother. And also with the Three Stooges, they should be under the jail too. Larry Moe and Curly should be under the jail. And just another clap to Yusef, because everything he said was just facts. Like everybody that came up here, people are not dropping diamonds out here with just the information they're talking about. They're intimidated by the spirit within us, because of people that are so resilient and basically blessed by God. They know we're unstoppable, because they keep making efforts to stop us, and we still continue.
No, and Peggy Roster, RY is all woman. You hear her voice. I'm actually enjoying this to be able to, because she's been following me for a long time and supporting me. I got to thank you. But to hear your voice, to put the voice with the avatar, makes me feel a lot better. I'm glad to hear you. Glad you came up and continue with what you were saying. And let me say happy birthday to Brown Girl. Has a birthday coming up. We got a lot of Scorpios and November babies in here. This is fantastic. Yes. And Earl Owens. Yeah, let me get everybody a clap. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Can finish what you were saying before I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, my phone is about to die, so I'll go.
Oh, your phone's going to die.
I think
damn.
Well, I had it out for a little bit, so I think it's like less than 20%. But yeah, I think just thank you for having a safe, a forum where it's safe. We can talk. We can, even when there's topics that get a little heated, you moderate so well so that it doesn't get, way off. It doesn't go all the way left to where it's just people just cursing and going off.
Right.
And then people forget about the topic, because
right. I try my best. I try my best. Like if I see that people are just blatantly disrespecting people, I'm going to call it out, because I don't want it to be a channel where we can't have a discussion and then people are going at each other. I mean, we've had some pretty emotional discussions over the last few months depending on the topics. But I really don't like to see that happening. And I don't like it when it comes out of me. I've been on panels where I've gone off on people and stuff. And it's not pretty when you look back at it. You say, was it really worth it? So I'm glad that you feel comfortable coming over here as you've been doing. You come over to my second channel. You come over here and you support what I'm doing. And it's ladies like yourself and people like yourself who inspire me to keep going and doing what we're doing, and all of us on YouTube, and I really appreciate that. So, Aaron, if you got anything you want to say to the sister or anybody, go right ahead, brother. Or one man band.
Salute to you, RY. I'm glad to hear your beautiful voice. I never heard you before. And salute to you, one man band. I'm gonna definitely check you out, bro. I just wanted to say, as far as the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, okay, we all know that basically he's got the complexion for the protection, and that I mean, I saw clips of him. He did the whole white tears and the whole breathing and seeing his mom. I mean, come on. I mean, we already know what it is, and then, man, you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. If had that been a black mother that drove her black son to there, and then across state lines. See, I figured it was across state lines with an assault rifle. We already know what the outcome would be. I mean, because as a people, we've been shot for not having a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
We've been shot for having a wallet. We've been shot for literally just walking down the street. I mean, AKA the Ahmaud Arbery. Mm-hmm. He was just walking, just jogging. So
now, brother,
I mean, our skin color has been a weapon.
Right. Now I'm going to throw another banana peel in the conversation for everybody in the chat and everybody on this panel, because this was part of the conversation I had on Art New Styles channel yesterday. It got a little heated over there, but I held my goddamn own. And the guys brought this up, and I have to be honest, what they said is kind of true. If Kyle Rittenhouse was a black guy, I believe that he would have never been able to get what he did, because the police would have stopped him and took that gun from him, arrested him, and all of that. But let's just say Kyle Rittenhouse, if he was black and you had people coming after him to take his gun away from him and he shot him, how many black people would still be rocking with that black youngster and saying, hey, they had no business taking his gun away from him, so they got what they deserve? So, and I'm just bringing it up for people to just kind of chew on that. Would we still support a black youngster who goes out there with his gun at being under curfew when he's not supposed to be out there, and ended up shooting 2 people dead and 1 person injury? I'm just hypothetically asking the question. We know it didn't happen. Would the black community still full forcefully support the black youngster, just as the Proud Boys and all the other racial white supremacist groups are supporting Kyle Rittenhouse? The question is, of course, there would be conservative black people that would say, no, I'm not going to support him. There would be some black people that would and some would not. We're just like any other group. What is your thoughts? I know it's hypothetical and it's crazy.
You got a good point there. We already know that the folks like Larry Elder wouldn't support him and stuff like that. We already know that. But yeah, that's a good question. With the nation, with the FOI get involved and support them, I'll even go as far as say with the Bloods and Crips and the GDs and Vice Swords, would they get behind him if he was a black man? Because you got all these other, and like I mentioned these organizations, because like you mentioned, like the Proud Boys, and they got behind Kyle Rittenhouse. But would any of these other organizations in our community get behind them? These are very good points, Info Man, because you got, like I said, it's too much of us. Too many of us are so divided against each other. It's like we played that game too well for too long, for too many damn decades, too many centuries. When is actual black unity going to become a thing? And I'm not talking about black unity when it comes to coming down to the club and going to Big Willie's barbecue shack. And, I mean, no, I'm talking about some actual black unity that's going to actually stand for something real. So
right. Let me just say this, Aaron Collins. If Kyle Rittenhouse was black, it would be a different social dynamic. He would not be getting the sort of treatment that he's getting in this case. We know that the Proud Boys are supporting him. The right wing were supporting him with money to get him out as far as his bail money. Remember, he didn't show up to court. They were looking for him at one point in time. You know damn well if that was a black kid, he'd be buried under the jail right now. They would definitely, and that judge in the case would not be as he would not be as supportive towards the defense team if it was a defense team defending a black youngster or a black young male who did what Kyle Rittenhouse did. Two, the police would have probably either shot him, as many people are saying in the chat, or they would have took him in custody. He would have never been able to roam around like he did with a gun at night, running around, and then he lied and said that he was protecting a business that the people who owned the business said in court they didn't ask for his goddamn help. And his white mama, his mayonnaise mama, took him out of state lines, cross state lines, and there's little to no criticism coming down on her heavy. I just wonder. I'll stop there. One man band, you have anything you want to add?
I just want to say, if it was a black person, of course, when they was walking down the street and throwing their hands up, man, they would have jumped down off those off those police vehicles, you know what I'm saying? And if not shot him, you know what I'm saying, make sure he got arrested. So of course, no, we don't think if it was a black person, it would have happened that way. And also, I got to use that word you just used, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm learning new stuff from you, man. Man, that's my new word.
I've been saying that for a while. I personally think Tariq Nasheed stole it from me.
I'm stealing it from you, though.
Hey, you know why I believe that? Because a lot of big YouTubers be listening to smaller YouTubers on the under, and they be stealing our material. Then they go back to their channels, say it, and because they got a huge following, everybody will say they made it up. And then when you hear them say it, and you hear someone like me say the same thing, you'll say, oh, he got that from such and such. No, man, they be listening to our content and stealing our material.
Hey, Info Man, I wanted to say something too, about as far as the mayonnaise people. Basically, I got two words for you. The why they stick together is because two words: on code. And they've been on code for the longest.
This is how I look at that, Aaron. And anybody's welcome to come upstairs and add to the discussion. I look at it this way. I only want to be on code with people who have a light mind like me, who want to do the same things. So when we say on code, to ask the question you got to ask, who the hell do you want to be on code with within the black community? Because there's a whole lot of black folks that I don't want to be on code with. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, let me reiterate that. Yeah, you really made that point. We don't want to be on code with everybody. So, yeah, I'm talking about people with sense, people with a mind. I don't want to be on code with some fool that be like, okay, so let's do this, and then next thing you know, we didn't hear that they didn't shot up about 50 people. I'm like, damn. Now how are we going to talk our way out of that one?
Right. So if you got black people out there, and let's just keep it real. Kyle Rittenhouse did white on white crime, and the media doesn't call it that. But that's what it is. I get sick when I hear black people say black on black crime, as if white people don't do crime on each other. Everyone does crime on each other based on where you live in close proximity to each other. You had Kyle Rittenhouse who went in there and shot his own people. You can make an argument he was off code with white folks. Okay? And that's the truth. Now, when it comes to black people, I want to be on code with black people who are doing the things that I think is productive for our community. That's just my opinion. If you got a black man, a black woman out there that's doing ratchet stuff, that's hurting the community, killing each other, the killing, I can't be on code with them. I can't be down with them. I'm sorry. They have to be inside somewhere incarcerated. I'm sorry, folks. Black people that's doing harm to our community and harm to our children and to us, they have to be locked away somewhere. I'm sorry. I'm telling the truth here. They have to be.
Tell the truth.
And I ain't no Larry Elder. Don't say, oh, you're talking coon talk now, Info. No, I don't want to be on code with black folks that are just hurting us. Perfect example, Larry Elders. Who wants to be on code with Larry Elders? He's laughable. One man band. Do you have any other anything else you want to lay on the table today before we get close to conclusion? Any other issue that you want to open up? And thank you for the super chat, A Lady 747. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the super chat.
I once again, happy belated birthday. I just want people, man, to especially men, start doing your job as a man. You know what I'm saying? Let's treat these women like the queens that they is, and let's start taking care of these kids. I'm One Man Band TV. I will be covering the Ahmaud Arbery case until it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So everybody
Right.
always welcome to come over to One Man Band TV.
Right. Everybody, just so you let you know, in the description of this video today, One Man Band, his channel is in the description. So you can always go into the description of this video, click the link where it says One Man Band's YouTube channel, click it and support his channel. If the mods can put his channel through the chat, I appreciate that. Let me say to Lady Justice, who just came in the house, she says, Carl Rittenhouse committed to crime just to be out there. He committed a crime just to be out there with his gun. Had he stayed his butt at home, none of this would have happened. She's absolutely right. Let me give her a truth talk. And that's my sister from the Pastel Show. Welcome you over here, sister. I modded you up because I have a lot of respect for you. I've been over there on that channel. You're a mod over there. I like what you're about. You're very powerful. So keep coming back over here and checking out the content. Pastel, I have to get in contact with Pastel because he told me to DM him if I want to get him over here, and I will get him over here very soon. But I appreciate you coming over, and thank you. Let me read what Angelica is saying. She says, but let's really be honest, Info. If a black man was suited and booted like Rittenhouse, most likely he was out legitimately protecting something. Yep. That's right. Complete polar opposites. Right. And they cleaned him up, made him look like a good church. They cleaned him up, cut his hair. Oh, his crying, baby. The crying, I thought was a lot of acting. That's just my opinion about it. My opinion. In the case of the Ahmaud Arbery case, in his situation, what do you all think should happen to those three that I know that should get it? I know I asked One Man Band this. They should be thrown under the prison, under and deep under it. What do you think, Real Aaron Collins?
Oh yeah, most definitely. They should be. Matter of fact, they should be put under the ground that's already under the jail. I mean, they should be literally put. Someone should literally build an ocean or something like that wherever they are, and then put them under it. That's what really needs to happen, and we all know that because that was basically just straight out pure-blooded murder. I mean, then the dude hit him with the truck. Okay, well, shouldn't that be some kind of vehicular infraction right there? If he hit him with a truck, just so and then chased him down. So that's a stalking charge right there. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the same thing George Zimmerman did to Trayvon Martin after the cops told him not to follow him. But this ain't about Trayvon and George Zimmerman. This is about Ahmaud Arbery. I'm just trying to make a point and say that everything that was visually out there that we all saw, they should be charged with it. I mean, it's now that we live in the day and age of technology and cameras are every damn where you see, and you mean to tell me we can see some shit go down right in our face and they still not get charged with it? I mean, what the hell is going on here?
There's two rules. There's a rule for us and a rule for them, right? So,
yes,
Aaron, there's two rules. Now, I know there's people on YouTube that are going to say, well, he had his right to be out there. He had the right to be out there because under Wisconsin law, you can have the right to bear arms and what have you. This is the thing. Kyle Rittenhouse is not a citizen of that community in Kenosha. However, no, he wasn't even a citizen of the state. He came across state lines. However, when you look at Ahmaud Arbery, he was a citizen of the state of Georgia. He had every right to jog through the neighborhood, long as he didn't harm anybody, which he didn't. I'm telling you right now, gentlemen and ladies out there, I'm sick of hearing stories every time we turn around where a black person is doing something just normal in their day activities and they're being harassed by these Karens. They're being harassed by all these folks out here. And then we have our kids that are being harassed in these schools where the racism starts. I said this before. Y'all better not sleep on the racism that starts right in the classroom with these teachers. No, a lot of them who tend to be white teachers, female white teachers, who tend to target and make black males, particularly our young males, and demonize them as animals, as monsters, and predatorial. That's where it starts, especially with black males at that school level. One man band, you want to talk to that?
Sorry about
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what happened. It seemed like y'all couldn't hear me. I know. Does anybody want to talk to that issue that I just brought up?
Go ahead, the real Aaron Collins.
Real Aaron Collins, unmute yourself and talk. Were you able to hear anything I said, brother?
Yeah, I was able to hear you. Yeah,
what is your opinion before we get to conclusion?
All the points you made are extremely valid. I mean, you got us being attacked on all fronts, young and old. I mean, even our babies are not even immune from it. And it basically, I mean, I wasn't even born in the 50s, but now I'm starting to get an idea of what it was like then. I mean, you got black children being demonized and their kids. You got, I mean, I've said this before, that the black man is basically the proverbial boogeyman in society. Of course, I'm sorry about all the noise, but of course, a lot of us are also perpetuating that. Unfortunately, they're not making it really easy for us to catch a break, because so many of them out there are causing us to take L's. Mm-hmm. But it's like we're attacked on all fronts. And when I say all fronts, I'm even including us in that, because like you said, when it came to the proximity, we do each other so bad. We do each other more in than anything. I mean, we still have this post-traumatic slavery syndrome, PTSD, going with us. We still have the issues with colorism. I mean, we still have. I mean, we take a lot of the white supremacist talking points that the darker skin, is bad, is evil. Anything that's light, bright, and close to white is purity.
Right.
So,
all right.
That's what's happening.
Okay. Well, Aaron, let me give you a clap and thank you for coming on the program today. And Aaron, you're definitely welcome back here. We're gonna do it again. And everybody, I got an announcement to make, because we got a very special show I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I got a surprise for you all. And let me bring it over to One Man Band and let him further let people know where they can find him at. Go ahead and subscribe to the One Man Band's channel. In the description of this video, you will find the link to his channel. The brother is building something over there. He's very intelligent, as I said before. And One Man Band, take it off from there, brother. Remind people of who you are, where they can find you as we close out.
Once again, I appreciate your information, man, for allowing me to come on your platform. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat and that's still in the chat. I'm One Man Band TV. You can go subscribe to my channel, and what you can expect out of me is me covering the Ahmaud Arbery trial, me covering women out here, you know what I'm saying, getting killed, women missing, kids getting killed, mental health issues, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, man. It's time for us as content creators, you know what I'm saying, since we got the platform to do this, it's time for us to keep a light shine on all these things that's going on in the world. So I appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, that rock with me, and I appreciate everybody that go subscribe to One Man Band TV. Also, when you come over to One Man Band TV, you will be respected. Nobody will cuss you out, troll you back and forth in the comments. Since I don't allow it, I'll get rid of it. Shout out to everybody.
All right, brother, let me give you a clap there. One Man Band is in the house. Thank you for coming over. Let me do this. Let me say peace to Bonnie Rose is in the house, saying great show. And of course, we got Edit Again Media that's in the house. Appreciate you coming over. I see we got Queen of Thrones is let me see, Queen Queen Thrones is coming back in here. Thank you for coming over. I think appreciate everybody for coming over. I really appreciate that. And brother, you'll be back over here very soon again. Well, I'm sure there'll be other shows and other programs that I'll be doing over here where you'll be coming back onto the platform to speak your mind about it. I'll definitely come over to your platform and contribute to what you're doing over here and let people know more about what you're doing. And I appreciate you again for coming over. And once again, a clap to you, clap to everybody in the chat room. We've been on for a while, and I want to make this announcement. So One Man Band, you take care of yourself, brother. We will do this very soon. We'll be communicating with each other. Real Aaron Collins, I appreciate you too for coming over as well, brother. Okay.
Absolutely. God bless.
All right, brothers. And bless you both. So everybody there. All right, brothers. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Those Real Aaron Collins, RY, Sister Murray came upstairs. We had the brother Youssef from Ratchet TV today, who came over and paid us a due. Everybody who came upstairs, I appreciate you for coming in. The super chats were fantastic. Thank you all again for the super chats. I feel good. It's glad to be 52 years old and to live the life that I've lived so far. And hopefully, God willing, God blessing me with good health, I can continue going forward with my life. And living as best I can. We have a lot of issues we got to deal with. So how do we deal with it? As an individual, I'm responsible for how I carry myself and how I move and what I do for my family, my friends and loved ones, and how I treat people. I'm responsible for what I do as an individual. And if we all do what we're supposed to do as individuals and then come together collectively with people that you can work with that are like-minded. You can't work with people who are not like-minded, and that's the truth.
Tell the truth.
So everybody on YouTube, YouTube family, thank you. I'll see you around the YouTube streets as well. Now, let me make this announcement before I get out of here. Tomorrow, I did the 2 videos about the Travis Scott situation, the Astro World situation. Both those videos are very successful videos for me, especially the pre-produced video that I did. Got a lot of views. Appreciate it. Everybody who's pushing my videos through the algorithms, go ahead and share this video today in your social media, your community tabs. But tomorrow, we're just going to get past all the BS with this right now, because tomorrow I've got Sister, the Empowered Esquire, coming over.
Tell the truth.
She's traveling and things of that nature. So we're going to work through it tomorrow. And we're going to now do what you know she can do. We're going to break down not the innuendo, not the BS, not the let's jump out the window and make up stuff and assume what we think's going to happen. But we got a woman, a lawyer who is a former prosecutor herself, who's going to give you the legal perspective as to what are the potential legal ramifications for Travis Scott, for Drake, for Live Nation, for all parties involved. Now, it looks like there's over hundreds of people that are filing lawsuits for personal injuries, for injuries that they have occurred from being out there. And thank you for the super chat. I'm going to play that super chat music for everybody and do what I do with the super chat. God bless you, brother. Happy belated birthday. $5 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, sister.
Thank you for the super chat.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. We got Chris CCC who just come in the house. Golden Melanin, Joy, A Lady 747, Tiffany Jackson, Black Votron, Sheldon gave me a super chat. Queen's Throne is in the house. Really appreciate her coming over and giving me a big surprise today. Giving me a big surprise. I really appreciate that. Joy, just everybody that came over in the house. We had a big crowd that came over earlier in this stream. Thank you for those that are still hung around. And I really appreciate that. So tomorrow I'll be streaming around 5 o'clock Western time, which will be about 8 p.m. Eastern time and 7 p.m. Central time, if I'm correct. I'll have the Empire Esquire, who is an attorney, and we're going to get into the Travis Scott situation, and we're going to go from a legal point of view as to, from her legal expertise, who is really going to be held accountable for the disaster and tragedy of this astral world, or maybe astral devilish images and what have you. Who knows? Remember, there's 9 people dead. There was a young lady that they pronounced dead, fell on her head. There was an image in the crowd where they were moving a body around. Well, that body was a body of a person that was actually already dead. Oh, it's come out in the wash that the security that they hired, they had no previous experience. That's a damn shame. No previous experience to be out there doing what they did. So the question is, we got 100 or more people filing lawsuits. You've got Benjamin Crump that's getting involved in this. Benjamin Crump always finds a way to be involved in something. But I always wonder, folks, is Benjamin Crump the only black civil rights lawyer we got in this country? The only black man that's a civil rights? Where are the other black civil rights lawyers? Why does he always get the cases?
Tell the truth.
Just wondering, just asking a question, because usually he gets the bag, but the family members never get really justice. I think George Floyd is the first one that he actually got some justice for. So Crump is already representing hundreds of people already, or he's got some people he's representing. It looks bad for Travis Scott. I don't even know if the man's career is going to be able to pick back up. He's already canceled the concerts that he has due for Las Vegas because of this situation. So we're going to see how that all plays itself out. And we're going to get the legal advice, the expertise advice about this situation. That will be with Empower Esquire tomorrow. So tune in for that. Hopefully it'll all work itself out. We're going to talk to her. It won't be a super long stream because I'm going to get right to the point, have her answer all the questions, your questions in the chat. May open it up for you to come upstairs and ask her questions too. But we're going to get to the bottom of this from a legal point of view. What are the legal ramifications of the lawsuits that are coming down the pipeline on Live Nation, Drake, as well as Travis Scott? So join me tomorrow in that stream tomorrow. You'll see me put the stream up a little bit after I finish this stream. You'll see it already set up and ready to go for tomorrow. I appreciate everybody out there. You're all the best. I'm going to clap everybody again. We got the United States Atlantic Creole Nationalist Party, Information Man. Much love, Information Man. Now, didn't I see you over at Nappy Yankees, and you got into it with Nappy Yankee? Oh, we got my man Chief X in the house. God diggity damn. I gotta look, man. Look, man, Chief X, you gotta do me a favor, man. I gotta bring you on for weekly commentary or something, man, because I've been listening to your channel, and gosh darn, man, you make me laugh. You be telling the truth. You be coming at them hard. You be coming at the conscious community. You tell it like it is, whether they like it or not. And I just got to get you over here for some commentary every now and then. God damn, my good brother. So that's Chief X. Remember, we were talking about the issue of Black Egypt versus White Egypt, or did Black people come from Egypt versus we come from the western part of Africa? And we broke it down. I know a lot of people didn't like it. We backed up the facts with that. We backed it up. We told it like it was. He told it like it was on his. So check out Chief X. I'm glad he came over to pay me a visit. Thank you, brother. And then we got Comedic Hebrew, who's coming to the house, saying big facts. Hey, what's going on, Comedic Hebrew? If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Thank you for coming over. Some of you've come in late. We had a big crowd over here when I first went on. Had a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people in the viewfinder of the video. And share the video out. I've been on for some time now. Chief X, I love you, brother. Thank you for coming over. Edit Again Media, thank you for coming over. Appreciate you, Sister Murray. All the super chat. I'm 52 years young. It feels good to have a birthday, see another year of life, and I hope to be blessed. And I hope all of you to be blessed as well. Brother Keith, thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that. Key05, Real Aaron Collins, who came upstairs. Yeah, check out Chief X. He's the real deal. Okay. That's why I said I gotta get the brother I gotta get that brother. I gotta get some commentary from that brother, or maybe record some sound bites or something. God damn it. Because I got to
tell the truth.
We got Sister Net A, who's come over. Davis, thank you for coming over. Golden Melanin, Real Aaron Collins, Queen Thrones again. And I'm going to get out of here, but I can't get out of here because I promised y'all something. For everybody that super chatted me, here it comes.
Tell them run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
Tell the truth.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. That's what the devil used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
All right, everybody. Peace. Thank you for coming over, joining the program today. It's been great. Had a great time, great discussion. And everybody, once again, don't sleep on the video or the live stream tomorrow. I'll be piping the Empire Esquire TV in. She's traveling right now, but she says she's going to come on with me. And we're going to discuss the legal ramification of the Travis Scott Astro World circumstance, the tragedy that took place. Everybody, peace. Love you out there. I'll see you around the YouTube streets very soon. And once again, you guys make this show what it is. You make it go. You inspire me. You all are out there watching, taking time out of your life to watch the videos, to share the videos. And I appreciate that. Much love to you all. Clap to you all. And I'm out of here. And I love this song, and here we go. Peace.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need and
Peace, everybody.
the drama. Cause when it pop off, it's like, oh my, all good all day, but the night we be going so hard on the flip side. So tell me what we on a day, babe. I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too. But you'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that way, tryna control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we could share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead, but we could go all night. Now all of my calls go to voicemail. I block you so I don't raise hell. Should've talked through it in detail. Our separate ways ain't gon' end well, no. But when we get back, it's like, oh my, all that all day, but the night get that good till we act right. So tell me what we on today, babe. I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too. You'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that wave, tryna control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we could share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I know when your intention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone, in the presence I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress it, gone, flex it, hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage, you got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weather. We fight retreating if, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle, you a treasure. Feel like you setting fire to my desire for the pleasure. You a gem, got me blim, let's make amends. Know you can, I'm out here
trying to control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we can share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night. We could go all night. We could go all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead, but we could go all night.
Information Man Show.
Information is power.
Look. Okay. Hold up. Yeah. I'm chasing a bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at him block, watching him flop. Used to see this in my sleep. When I ain't had put my thoughts in the car, I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes. Floss, I'm really pulling strings for the pound cake. I see you went for a puppet in the clown face for a little wage. The talk of the town is late. Still me, I never switched sides. Came a long way with the gas tank running on fumes. Wonder why you full on the envy. When it's all love, when I fall through with the young bulls getting niggas a kidney, but you ain't mob, you a op. Must be lost in the sauce. Been here for the art and the jump start. Wanted this is small, pack the lunchbox with the Kool-Aid jammers. And I'm still throwing tantrum. I'm set to roam around the planet where they know the songs and they chant them. The vision turned into fruition. I'm really liking how it's panning. They call me collector, you thought I planned it. Been crazy, then it fell into place. Now everything's stable. I'm all in on the table. You selling that fable, we know that it's made up. We know what you made of. I do better offline, yeah. I've been calling to a guy. I'm in tune with the signs. I'm just trying to let go. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to do fine. Moon landed with the elevation. Arm strong with the levitation. My third eye needed calibration. That was heat rock when I notated. I've been going crazy. Stone face when I kill beat, leaving no trace on location. Premeditated, ayy. Can't even be still for like more than a minute. The way that they play out, I don't wanna miss. I don't know part of this shit. Feel like I'm deep in the plot of a flick, and I'm the star of this shit. And I've been playing my part since back when we started this shit. Feeling charged, got a little coin on me, and I sauce with the nits. I'm a boss, I'm a prick. With the cold showed up in the road doja in the fourth quarter, no assist. And the form's hella crisp. I'm the calm in the storm. I took my own struggle when I flipped it. And the hustle been legitimate. It's so many blessings, I might be allergic. How I move the treating it sound like I'm stirring. I'm working the pot till it's firm. I serve like Serena, do it the cleanest. You not on my wave, you can handle the current. Nah, that's just a teaser, yeah. I'ma be me, take it or leave it. I do better offline, yeah. I've been calling to a guy. I'm in tune with the signs. I'm just trying to let go. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to do fine.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
You're listening to the Information Man Show. Take care.